Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War 2 Codex modcast this side of East Yorkshire. And today I've got a 3 versus 3 on Sentinel Beach. Playing on the northern side as the tout with the XV8 commander, we have got Kairos. We've got Jabba D with the Force commander playing as Space Marines, and we've got Dewuz with the mech playing as the Orks. On the southern side, playing as the Adeptus Mechanicus, we have got Severus, we've got Knight, and we've got me. We've all got the Magos Dominus on the go. It's quite exciting stuff. This map is Sentinel Beach. We've got a big kind of stalwart structure in the middle with lots of bits to hide inside. Also plenty of requisition resources to grab on there. Also on the flanks, we have got some sparky bits and some requisition bits and some lots of negative cover. So plenty of positioning to be had in this. We do have the mighty XV8 commander for Kairos here. Amazing ranged combat potential for this dude. The Magos Dominus for the southern team here is fairly decent in close combat, also fairly decent in range depending on how you upgrade him. He's got plenty of utility and damage going on for him. We have some Arjibaji over here with this with Knights, Archmagos, firing away with his, seems to be fairly decent against vehicles and buildings and stuff. Very quickly, just melting it down. But a lot of damage incoming. That Tower Commander doing a hell of a lot of damage for actually taking him down more or less straight away. We're going to see if we can do the same kind of thing of him. Can't really take that much damage himself, but quickly mulching the Skitarii Rangers. The Tower and the Adeptus Mechanicus are quite similar in the sense they do a lot of range damage. You can see over here, the scouts are being absolutely murked very, very quickly, but they can't take much damage. But the Tower obviously have the edge in the range combat department. Now, the XV8 commander can get an upgrade where he's able to basically regen his health really, really quickly. That does help him with the range combats, especially in the to and fro of this, but FCAS builders attempting to move forward for whatever reason, but being shot down very quickly. The big shooters over here, just hiding in this little settlement over here. They're not going to push out too far. Big mech just going to see, well, it's not big mech, it's a regular mech. Although it's a bit confusing because the Orks have a mech as a hero, and their builder is also a mech as well, so got to keep that in mind. Do have the commander trying to scare away my Magos Dominus. Going to try and politely ignore him. Saying, excuse me, do you mind? But no, he'll be shot down straight away. I was going to see my listing post that's been upgraded. Take a few pot shots at that. But my mainstay of the idea is just hold on down here and wait until tier 2. Got some stealth suits jumping around over here, as well as I've got double stealth suits. Very mobile. A little bit shorter range than your regular Tau unit, but do a fair bit of damage, as is all things Tau. Now, what my plan here is to wait for tier 2. I've gone actually very quickly for tier 2. Spent a lot of money. Where's my base? A lot of money on just building up these power generators. 100 orange money each, so that's 300 in total. So I haven't got the same amount of. In fact, yeah, I've only got one squad of Skitaris at the moment. Well, the idea is that the Adeptus Mechanicus has got some really seriously strong tier 2 melee combat units. So that's the idea. Well, the Skitarii Rangers, seeing the stealth suits, going to shoot them, almost get a squad up there, but not quite. So I'm not going to press too far forward. Going to see these guys move forward. Like I say, quite powerful units there, but not being behind cover. Really quickly taken down. Tower Commander kind of falling back a little bit there. Not feeling too confident in that. Those were the Skitarii Vanguard squads throwing around some radiation nonsense. Burner Boy's attempting to move forward. Burner Boy's ideal for destroying lads inside of structures, but not quite getting close enough. Tactical Marines, they kind of just flambe just a little bit. Could get a little bit closer, but not quite getting where they need to. Combat Servitors armed with heavy bolters, taking down the rest of those Space Marines. Down this side, the Magos Dominator, or Dominus, sorry, slapping down this listing post. And, you know, I mean, it's fairly even at the moment with map control. Got a good amount of stealth suits, and also some. Are you just regular Fire Warriors? Can I touch you? Oh, no, you're just more stealth suits, never mind. And yeah, just massively outranging these guys, even when inside the building. So, I'm going to move forward and start now finally capping this central point here. Central point is quite important to have, considering that if you have the centre, you're going to start pushing around on either side of the map. Skitarii Ranger Squad, only 3 models in there at the moment. Look at that impressive range on those stealth suits. Also got some regular fire warriors now going to equip themselves with shield drones, which will help mitigate any range damage incoming. Tower commander, not feeling all that confident, will fall back. Got a good amount of storm boys as well. And at this present moment in time, we don't have much. Oh no, we do. We've got some Sicarian infiltrators. The idea is to keep these guys infiltrated, sneak them up on these firing lines, and slice them up as good as we can. But against Storm Boys, we probably don't want to go 1v1. I imagine that the infiltrated range is not exactly ideal against other melee units, but the Orcs have been shot on very quickly by one singular squad of Skitari Rangers. Be so careful when you're up against the Admech here. Do incredible amounts of damage. Over on the northern side, the Admech is pushing over from Knight's perspective. And the Orcs probably really want to focus on defending their side of the map at the moment. They are properly pushed in. They've got plenty of power generators there. And at the moment, I mean, what's the economies for everyone? We've got 489, 71, 327 and 51, and 347 and 26, compared to 355 and 51, 71 and... God, I'm counting numbers wrong. That much and that much. You can read it. You can read it. You're an adult. I attempted to fire down on the Devastator Marines. Devastator Marines caused some issues there. That is quite a mighty firing line there. Same thing going on over here. Burner boys, not having the best times here. Being sliced open. Well, not sliced open, being shot open even. The Skitari infiltrators, or Skitarian even, just running straight forward. Managing to get a good stabbo in, but being really quickly been brought down low. Need to wait for these guys to engage in a ranged combat before we do anything else. The commander goes down. Northern team really been hemmed in here. But the Tau require a little bit of setup time. That range, man. I mean, you compare that to the Devastators. That's a little bit longer, a little bit meaner. Managing to hold our side on this side there. Skitari Rangers now taking some pot shots at the power generators. Got a squad of Storm Boys with improved rocket packs. In fact, the second squad as well. So double Storm Boys. Going to jump over here, but not probably where they want to jump. They want to jump straight on top of these guys. They're actually going to do a little charge animation in there and then jump straight on top of those guys. Really quickly mulching their way through, but sadly there's a second squad there. Can't leave one squad firing away. Got some stealth suits. Found some supporting fire around the flanks there. That's quite nice stuff. And Skitari about to get squad wiped there. If they could just get a couple more shots off on him. Not quite. They're trying to skip down this side. More Storm Boys there. Quite magical stuff to see. And there we go. Lots of dead Admech on that side. Over here, the Space Marines are also pushing out on the right-hand side as well. Got the infiltrators charging in. Stabbing away with their power blades. Do love these models if you have a quick ganders at them. And think of R2-D2 on steroids. Stabby bits. And now the top northern side is free real estate for the northern team. Also the far right hand side as well. So we're holding the centre, but losing those flanks there. But we are getting into... Everyone's in tier 2 now, or about to get into tier 2. Jabber's looking for a Dreadnought, which will be ideal at keeping these guys at bay.
The enemy deny our song.
Unable to really charge too far in, as all the base have got these turrets inside them. Plenty of power generators as well for everyone. Take some more pot shots at them there. Tactical Marines pushing even farther forward over onto this side, decapping everything as they go. You've got to bear in mind as well these requisition points. If you keep them on for a while, the longer you cap them for, the more requisition they give you. Infantry's going to charge in and see what they can do. Space Marines pretty decent in close combat themselves. No pushovers are these guys at range or anywhere else. Getting some firing support from those Skitarian Rangers there. Almost getting a squad wipe on those infiltrators. But not quite getting what they want there. And will these tactical Marines retreat? No, they're going to stand their ground. Add their names to the halls of litany. Right, Death Dread with some burners and bits. We're not really standing up too much against the ranged firepower of the Admech. Will need to be supported. Also got a Death Copter in there for some rocket launchers. No vehicles for them to smash up as of yet. We've got a destroyer. Oh, yep. I mean, gives me I have no mouth, but I'm a scream kind of vibes here. Gonna have a look at him. Here comes a Dreadnought just stomping his way over. He's looking for some twin-link autocannons. He's got a multi-melter there.
Retreat commandment received.
Cataphren, that's what you're called. Been shot down very quickly. And now swapping out for an twin-linked autocannon, sorry. Katarian Rusk Stalkers.
Unable to eliminate target.
They do have infiltration. They do a little bit more damage, from what I understand. Dreadnought weathering that storm very nicely. He's going to stand in the middle, cause some issues. We do have an analysis factory, where if we use some red money, we're able to see all the enemy, regardless of whether they're within the fog of war or not. Also got a forward base as well for Severus here. Somewhere to retreat to. Skitari Marshal being taken down. A secondary commander for the Admech. Pretty good at doing damage and stuff. Yeah, the Admech being pounded absolutely over here. Infiltrators trying to charge forward. They are scaring these guys away. Full retreat. Dreadnought now being left to his own devices. But alone in the world, he's going to struggle. He's struggling getting up those stairs, to be fair. I want to bring him back home, but no, he's set in his ways. Got the Magos Dominus, the Macro Stubber and Volkite. Effective against all infantry types, while sacrificing his anti-vehicle capacity. A bonk on the side. There's a couple of bonks on the side. And that is him serving up some Dunyan rings right there. Infiltrators now recapping the side of the map. Good amount of tower in the middle there. We've got a defensive dual gun. Quite powerful. Also got a good amount of crew carnivores as well. Get these guys in close combat and they will tear anything up. It's just getting them into close combat, that's the thing. And with a entrenched position of Skistari Rangers, I wouldn't say that Death Dread in first, to be fair. But he's in there now. He's got the flame on the go. Bashing everyone left and right. Turning foes into mincemeat, but not nearly as tanky as the Space Marine Dreadnought. Been smashed up. Dear oh dear. And the Nova team really struggling at the moment. They get some good breakouts every now and then, but allowing the Admech to basically set up shop and fight. Oh, well, as we've seen before, I mean, we saw down here when the tower were firing up against the Admech. If the tower are already in position and the Admech are moving forward, the Admech die quite quickly. And vice versa, if the Admech are set up and other people moving into position, they die quickly. So it's all about, if you know that they're somewhere, kind of going to flank them. Going to out-position them, really. Fire Warriors are in position. Going down. Oh, I see. Nice. The Orks are using their lifter dropper. Amazing range on that turret. Able to pick things up and drop them. Also able to pick up friendly and enemy vehicles. I think it's friendly and enemy. They could definitely do it friendlies. A land speeder with an assault cannon. Tier 3 on the way for a couple of Admech people. And the Tau edging forward, but the moment they see things, they fall back hard right there. Running scared of all this melee stuff. Tau quite famously known for their dislike of melee. With some scouts and snipers. And if you can infiltrate these guys around... Oh, are we seeing... seen something being thrown in there. Doing a fair bit of damage to these guys. Getting a forward base on this side there, so these guys can really just kind of just sit around here and reinforce any kind of models that they lose. What are you inside this little building here? You are weapon servitors with heavy bolters. Fair enough. Gonna sit in there. No one feel confident in sitting in this civilian structure at the moment there. No one feeling that vibe at all. Although two powerful dual guns over here. And even though you're hemmed into the base, it doesn't really make a major bit of difference. If you build up plenty of power generators, you can then basically, if you've got at least 1 point, which they do, well, I mean, you can swap requisition for power on these things. If they capture this, which they could do if they wanted to, they can swap all their blue money for orange money. So it's not the end of the world for them. There's amazing bounce back ability in the Codex mod, which I do very much like. As long as they've got something on the map, that's the main thing. Here comes the Sicarian infiltrators. A massed array of fire warriors. And yes, okay, we can tie up one squad at the front lines, but we can't quite get the backside. But not really being able to keep their metal. Kind of morale being broken there. Dual gun there, keeping us away. Not going to push too far forward. Power node now being captured by the XV8 commander. No upgrades on them at the moment. In fact, what upgrades has everyone got? Mech is a bit naked. Force commander naked. Commander is naked. And, oh, well, we've got knights fully upgraded. Improved heavy omniscient glaive. Does a strike knockback, sorry. He's got an Omnispecs, which allows the Mechanicus to expose the selected enemy's weaknesses, increasing the range and melee damage it receives. So good for sniping out particularly troublesome models. Oh dear, here comes the blooming Knight Paladin. I've summoned him. And here he goes, just turning people into scraggly bits, into mincemeat. Skirmishes infiltrators charging forward. Also, Knight Paladin able to activate a Void Shield. So won't take any physical health damage until he loses his energy here. I've seen some more Carafron breachers edging forward. Also got some Phalanx cohort. With what upgrade have you got? Lightning gun, which does damage to against organic matter. Right, so that's in anti-infantry stuff. Some more storm boys, but been really quickly smashed down. Lots of fire coming from all different directions. And all the storm boys being killed. Death Dread also being sad pandered. And it's just a case of a glorious last stand, really. Boss Commander attempting to get a Fist of Luminous Rage and Storm of Iron, which yeah, just punches things really hard, doesn't it? Effective against all the targets. Let's get into close combat. That'll do good. Tau not able to really do much against this. Go on, Force Commander. Activate the power. No, never mind. He tried though. That's the main thing. Also, if you get really close to the admech, you sometimes hear them play some music. It's quite nice. Now, one thing that the admech are supposed to do, they do quite rely a lot on all their all their globals. The globals basically like give them like lots of little buffs and stuff. So it's kind of like on tabletop, at least old school tabletop at the very least, where they've got like the utter the canticles of the Omniscient and stuff. Yeah, this isn't looking very pretty, is it? You have a we've got the I'm not even going to try and say that. The sterilizers with their cum cannons, just blasting semen everywhere. Now you see them, now you don't. Also got the Ogner Dune Crawler. Very quickly mulching down these power generators. No survivors. I've seen the teleporter attempting to pick something up. Not quite doing it. Not sure what was going on there. I think you've got to select your own target and then your own vehicle or like another vehicle and then select another one to throw something at them, but hey ho, such is the way. Such is the way of things. Nice, this is going to be a gradual fading out. No more models left on the Northern team. Now it's just waiting for us to destroy all their HQs, but a nice showcase of the admech. Also nice demonstration of when the tower were able to get their firing lines going, they were able to really melt things down. But sadly the admech able to get those firing positions on the go, get that map control as well. preventing anyone from really pushing out and taking up too much. Mech is the last boy on the field. Been slammed down. And that is all she wrote, I'm afraid, boys and girls. So thank you so much, guys, for taking part in this game. Thank you for letting us join on Discord. The links to this game's Discord and the ModDB page will be in the description below. Also, there is a link to my Discord and also Patreon. If you want to support the channel, have a look at the Patreon. £1 a month gets you one extra game of Soulstorm and Unification, or Unification a week, depending on what week it is, and all that stuff. Yeah, nice one, cool. Anyway, man's been Landshark. Pleasure's always never chore. I'll see you in a bit. Peace.